Welcome to Money Talk with Michael. I'm Michael Eastham, president of Fellowship Financial Group. Money Talk with Michael is our weekly broadcast where we answer your questions about finance, investment, retirement, and all things related to money. Remember to send in your questions to the email listed in the description box below, and you might hear your question answered on the next Money Talk with Michael.
I am 64 and single. I've always been self-employed and never really liked the stock market. I have accumulated 10 rental properties throughout my 30-year career, which I refer to as my retirement accounts. The market value is about $2 million in today's market. I do have some savings of $140,000 sitting in my bank account. My rentals have no mortgages on them and generate about $120,000 per year after taxes and insurance are paid. I'd like to retire in a year or two, and I'm not sure if I want to keep doing this during retirement. Are there options out there to generate a similar amount of income without too much risk?
All right, perfect. I love real estate questions because they make you think pretty hard. The first thing is that you've got a good safety net that's set up for capital reserves and things of that nature for bigger housing expenses. And with 10 properties, I'm sure you have some repair and maintenance issues on an ongoing basis. But the income from this is about 6%, which isn't too bad. However, if you sold those properties, you've got to think about what's the impact and what are the decisions that need to be made. The first one is, I got to imagine you're going to have some pretty substantial capital gains on those properties. So if you end up paying taxes of $150,000 to $200,000, that leaves you with about $1.8 million, but that's before closing costs. So after closing costs, maybe it's 1.68 or so, less than $1.7 million. And if you take $120,000, you divide that into 1.7 million, that means that you'll need about 7% to replace the income that you're going to lose from the rental properties, from the rental income. So in order to get that, you would require that you take a little bit more risk with your investment allocation and with your portfolio. So you have to ask yourself this question. If you only get 4 to 5% and you lowered your risk and you lowered your tenant and property problems, is that worth it to you? Also, could you live comfortably on $80,000 to $85,000 in income as opposed to the $120,000 that you're living on with the rental problems? Those are some of the things that you have to weigh, the positives and the negatives, and you do have to realize that there's no perfect investment out there. I don't care who's trying to sell you what. The reality is there's positives and negatives to every type of investment under the sun, and it's important to understand all of these factors. You put them in the blender, you push the button, and all of that information can help you to make a good informed decision about how to allocate. So just reach out to me. I'd be happy to look deeper with you and help make some good informed decisions for your next step as you approach retirement. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Money Talk with Michael. And don't forget to send in your questions and check out our website at fellowshipfinancial.com and our social media platforms. And if you'd like, you can schedule a 15-minute complimentary call to get your specific questions answered. Everything you need is listed in the description box below.